Hey bros, Sean here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Heavy Armory mod by PrivateEye. This is a mod that adds a lot of lore-friendly weapons to Skyrim, all of which can be found in the hands of bandits, guards, vampires, dragger, falmer, and many other NPCs all around the game. Or you can make them at any forge as long as you have the skill and resources required. In total, there are around 50 new weapons to be found, including numerous new kinds of weapons like clubs, halberds, spears, glaives, short swords, and quarterstaffs. Dragger, Falmer, and Forsworn may also be wielding some new weapons against you, so be aware. Now for the types of weapons. Let's start with the spears and glaives. They use the greatsword animation and specific perks, and have the highest range of any close combat weapon in the game. Spears are fast for a two-handed weapon, but don't do a lot of damage, whereas the glaives do a bit more damage but are heavier and slower. Here, I'm using an iron spear to show you what it looks like in game. Spears also come in steel, dwarven, elven, glass, and forsworn.
God might get nervous a man approaches with his weapons drawn.
Hey, watch it!
The next weapon type is halberds. Halberds use the battle axe animation and specific perks. They are like a less bulky battle axe. They swing at the same speed but do less damage, and have a higher range. They are great for people who favor range over higher damage. Here, I'm using an iron halberd to show you what it looks like in-game. Halberds also come in steel, orcish, dwarven, elven, glass, ebony, and daedric.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else.
Whoops.
It's nothing. No more. I yield.
Quarterstaves are the next weapon type added in this mod. They are like a light warhammer because they have the highest attack speed of all two-handed weapons and have the range of a warhammer. The downside though is that they have the least amount of damage of all two-handed weapons. Here, I'm using a steel quarterstaff to show you what they look like in-game. Quarterstaves also come in dwarven, elven, glass, ebony, and daedric.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Another new type of weapon are clubs. They use the mace animation and specific perks. Known as the barbarian's weapon, clubs count as maces but are generally inferior to them. They are quite popular with bandits, dragger, forsworn, and falmer. Here, I'm using the iron club to show you how they look in game. Clubs also come in steel, orcish, daedric, dragger, falmer, and forsworn. And finally, the last new type of weapon are short swords. They use sword animations and specific perks. They are a mix between sword range and dagger speed. Short swords aren't the perfect weapon for assassins, but sneak types and magic users will find them as a great secondary. Here, I'm using the iron short sword to show you how they look in game. Short swords also come in steel, skyforged steel, imperial, silver, orcish, dwarven, elven, glass, ebony, daedric, dragger, and falmer.
Hey, watch it!
Also, other various new weapons include a Skyforged Steel Mason Warhammer, a Dragger Mason Warhammer, and a Forsworn Battle Axe. Now for a wrap-up of the Heavy Armory mod by PrivateEye. I think this mod is great because all the weapons feel like they should have always been in the game. It's also really fun when you find a new weapon for the first time. I recommend this mod to anybody who's looking for more diversity in the common weapons of the game. As always, thanks for watching. A link will be in the description to get these weapons for yourself, and I should have another video up in a few days. Later, bros. Also, there's glaives in the game, but I could not find one for the life of me, and my smithing is pretty bad.